Tone. Hey. I know she's following me up. Big boss man shit. Gang. I've been tying me in different hoes. Me and bro, we switching those. Hit her with a pick and roll. Tell her it's a player role. I ain't trying to take it slow. Playing on me like you low. And I know just how it goes. Shorty want me for my dog. Missed that on love twice.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ep.10.
And your boy Ade.
And welcome back to another episode of BossTalk.
So today we have a goodie. Have you guys ever heard of that phrase, work hard, play hard? Have y'all ever heard of that?
I think we all do that.
Definitely applies to our generation.
Heavily. Everybody likes to work hard, but it looks like everybody's just playing a whole lot harder. So Ade, just to start it off, I want to ask you, what do you value more, working hard or having fun?
I think that's a very tricky question. I'm not going to lie. Me personally, I value having fun more than working hard, honestly. But there's a reason why I value that. So in my opinion, we only have one life to live. Yeah. Do you really want to spend that life of yours just working, and not having fun at all? But you can't just have fun all the time. You got to put in that work so you can have the fun.
That's also a fact.
So it's like a healthy balance you have to have. It's not too much fun. It's not too much work, because life goes by like this. 5 years, 10 years can fly by like this. So you just spending all that time working. By the time you know it, you're like too old to even enjoy fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have fun and enjoy your time while you're still young, while you're still like have the energy to do as much as you possibly can. Like going on trips.
That's a fact.
Doing stuff like that. So it's like a healthy balance that you have to have. How about you? What do you value more?
Well, this is a tricky question for me specifically. I don't know. The viewers, you guys may not know, but I'm a big homebody. Like, if it's a chance between going outside or staying at home in my bed, and I don't have to go outside, I'm gonna stay at home for sure. But in terms of working hard now, I gotta go hard, because I'd rather use my energy while I am young to work the hardest. So let's say in 5 years, I can relax and have as much fun as I can, or as much fun as I want to, because I've already done all the work that I've had to do in my youth. But yeah, for me, I value working hard. Yes, there are opportunities and times that I do miss being outside with my friends, but those are sacrifices I'm willing to make, because I know once I'm up and I have the money, I can be able to tell them, hey, yo, I got you for the day. Like, just call out. You need that? Here's the money. Like, reimburse them. Honestly, if I have it like that, I can do that for my brothers or my sisters or family, just in general. So that's why I do think working hard is more important. So now, what I would ask you, Ade, is, you said you want to enjoy having fun while you're still young. Do you ever feel like that can blind you, or like having that fun or chasing that fun while in your youth can blind you from your goal of working hard or working towards your future?
It can definitely blind some people, not me, though, because I understand what I have to do. So it's like, I know where I am right now in my life. I know the work that I put in to get to where I am right now. I know how much work I still have to put in to get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a healthy balance. Like I said, you can't have too much fun and then lose sight of the goal that you have.
That's a fact.
So for me, I never lose sight of the goal that I have in mind. So it's like a healthy balance that you have to have, like I said again. But the end goal is not to work hard. The end goal is to have fun, regardless of whatever the situation is. The end goal is not to be working hard for the rest of your life. The end goal is to have fun. So it's like, whether you're putting in that work now to get to that, like you said, like later 5 years in a row, to have that fun later on, to be able to take care of your family and your friends. And like you said, if they don't have, like your friends don't have it or whatever, that you're going to be like, oh no, I got you guys. We're going to all have fun together.
Exactly.
The end goal is to have fun, you know what I'm saying? So, but you just have to not lose sight of that goal.
So now what I would ask the viewers is, comment below. Make sure you guys are commenting. Make sure you're liking and subscribing too, because right now we just starting up, but I want to hit 100 within the first month of March. You feel what I'm saying?
Subscribe, comment
and
down
before
below.
the end of the year, I want to have over 1,000. So make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and sharing, and hitting that notification bell. But down below, comment. What do you value more? Do you work hard or do you have too much fun? But I'm gonna pass it back to you, Ade.
But yeah, so just to summarize everything, I know I did say a lot.
Yeah.
Just to summarize everything is like the end goal is to get to the fun. So that's why I think that the fun is more important. But you definitely have to prioritize yourself, put in that hard work. Don't forget about putting in the work because you can't get blindsided by living in the
Yeah.
moment. Like you said, you definitely can't get blindsided by that. So moving on to the next question, I'll ask you is there a limit on how hard you should be working or how much fun you should be having?
Uh, absolutely. There's a limit to everything you do in life. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anybody that overindulges or overdoes anything is it, for me as a Christian, it's a form of it's like a deadly sin. Like anybody that overeats when they're not hungry, that's a form of gluttony. Or if you're over sexualizing everything in this world, like you just all on your brain is just chasing women or chasing men of the opposite sex, whatever your preference. I don't care. I don't judge. Honestly, there is a limit to how much you to indulge in life. So let's say you like to party every weekend, don't let that be your main focus of your month. Like every weekend, there's like some months have 4 weeks in them, so that's 4 weekends you're looking forward towards. Instead of trying to wake up, be the best version of yourself, you're being blinded by just the thrill of a quick 3 to 4 hours of a night. And I feel like this generation is become lost in that. It's like some people are battling some darkness. For me, some people need to get out of the darkness. They do whatever they got to do, but I feel like having too much fun shouldn't blind a person from their end goal. Like everybody has a goal in life, achieve it. Hey, and if your goal is to be the top nightlife person, hey, then do what you got to do. But that's not everybody's life.
Mhm.
And that's the same for working hard or working too hard. There's people that the term workaholic exists for a reason, like overworking and just neglecting your family and neglecting your social life, neglecting the people that care for you. You're missing out on relationships that could have forged and pushed you forward in life, all because you're so blinded by the work that you want to do right there. So there has to be a middle ground. You have to be able to differentiate the two and be able to walk in that balance. So now, what I'll ask you the same thing. Is there a limit to working too hard or having too much fun?
Definitely, I agree with what you said. Like, there's definitely a limit. Working too hard can is not good for your health. Like either
Yeah.
or, doing too much of something is not good for your health. Like if you drink too much water, you can literally die from drinking too much water. Like if you do too much of something, doing too much of something is never good. Like
Make sure you
there's
drink water
definitely
though, because a
no,
lot of y'all
definitely
don't
hydrate
drink water.
yourself, but you could definitely drown yourself from drinking too much water. But that's the topic for another day. But definitely doing too much of something is definitely it has a negative effect. Like if you work too much, you're gonna work 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's gonna have a negative effect on your health. Like you're not gonna get enough sleep. You're gonna be very depressed. You're gonna feel very weak. You're gonna feel very tired. Like that's gonna have a negative effect on your health. And like if you have too much fun, you're going out, you're drinking too much. That's gonna definitely have a negative effect on your health too
Yeah.
down the long run. So if
People
you
don't be
do,
saying I don't care about my liver. You say that now.
yeah,
Till
when you're
you're
young, you think
35.
you're invincible, but definitely when you start getting older, you're definitely gonna start to feel those effects of that. But
Trust me, as a tech or a tech in training, just being in the hospital settings and seeing the people that do come in because they overdrink, especially when they're young, but they stop. But the effects, it still builds up and it still lingers all throughout your life. So it's like you need to understand what you're intaking into your body.
and not even just that, like having fun itself is like a very dangerous thing to do because once alcohol is involved,
Or anything,
people's
everything's up in the air.
people's like everything.
Everything's up in the
That's
air.
what I'm saying. Like people are not in their right state of mind when they're like intoxicated or they're doing drugs or whatever they're doing. So like that whole nightlife scene is very dangerous in itself because you know we've even seen it sometimes. Like if people are too drunk, they're not in the right state of mind. They get angry. They start wanting to fight people. Anything can happen. God forbid, anything can happen. Like somebody could pull out a gun and just because they weren't in the right state of mind, they were intoxicated. They want to go out and go shoot somebody up. So it's like
Yeah, you
that
definitely
whole
need
lifestyle is dangerous in itself. So if you're gonna constantly put yourself in those type of situations, you're like increasing your risk of something bad or like you getting into a fight or argument with somebody. Whether as you were in like a clean, sober state of mind, you would not be in that type of situation.
But what about working too hard?
Working too hard, the same thing. Like I said, if you work too much, then you're putting your health at risk. Literally, like you're not getting enough sleep, and that can cause a bunch of health issues.
So what do you think is more dangerous, working too hard or having too much fun?
What do I think is
So
more
a person,
dangerous?
just from From a nurse's point of view, what do you think is more dangerous?
From a nurse's point of view, obviously. I mean,
Hey, just answer the question,
I
my
don't
brother.
know, bro. I think I'm gonna say having too much fun is definitely more detrimental to your health.
So wait,
Putting yourself in that type of situation is like where other people are compromised and they're intoxicated. That can put yourself in danger. But you yourself don't have to be participating in like doing those alcohol and drugs of sort of nature. But you just being in that situation can compromise you. You know what I'm saying? Can
gotta be
stir
able to
up.
keep your friends on that pivot. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. Like you yourself can have like you can be completely sober, but you just being in that situation. You know how it is. You guys can comment down below. You know how the life is. So just being in that situation can definitely put you in harm's way because people just don't know how to control themselves. You can't control the people around you. So just being in that situation can harm you. But on the health perspective, like doing like alcohol and drug can definitely affect your health negatively. That's just is what it is.
We ain't gonna talk about that aspect, right? That's another.
Yeah.
But just to switch into another question, why does this generation prioritize playing hard more than working hard?
Good question.
And I ask you guys as well. Comment below. Do you prioritize playing hard more than working hard? And if so, why?
I think this generation just values being in the moment more, which is not a bad thing because if you're living your life in the past or you're living your life for the future 100% of the time, it's like you're going to miss what you're doing in the moment. And I feel like living in the moment is the most valuable thing that you can do, but people can over prioritize that. So much so that you just forget about the future completely.
And then 5 years down the line being
It's
dead.
like, damn, if you made the right decisions in that moment, that could have set you up for a better future. You know what I'm saying?
I like what you just said though about you're so blinded by what's to come in the future that you're missing out on the moment. I think it can go both ways. It's like that's a two-way street. It's like a coin. You can flip a coin. I think everybody wants to find that middle ground, but there's just so many factors in life that can either prove more important than having fun or more important than working hard. Like some people may have just gone out of a relationship and they want that freedom back. But then there are some people that have responsibilities. Some people have families they got to take care of. And they have to value working harder to support their family, support their future, support their generations to come.
Yeah.
What you put out into the world is what people will perceive you as. See what I'm saying? And yes, we've gone over in the podcast. It's not good to judge, but you are what you present yourself as. So if you're presenting yourself as somebody that overindulges working too hard or overindulges the nightlife more than their responsibilities, you may miss out on some opportunities that come with that. And that's a very real factor that people don't factor into their lives. And I want everybody to open up, and it's okay to have the fun, but we must always keep that like back in line. Like we have to get that soldier back in line because too much fun it can only lead to missing out on future opportunities for greatness.
Definitely has to have a balance, but that leads into the final question. What is a healthy balance? Working hard and having fun. What is a healthy balance?
You got any examples?
How about this? If you had to put a percentage on it,
yeah,
out of 100%, how much percent should you focus on working hard, and then how much percent should you put on, taking a step back, relaxing, having some fun?
70-30.
70-30?
Working hard, 30% having fun. At least I say, especially as you're younger. So out of high school,
you would say 70-30, right?
70-30.
So you would say 5 days out of the week, Monday through Friday, work, the weekend, have fun. That's basically what you're saying. That's 70-30.
But then even sometimes people are neglecting the fact that they need to rest their body during that weekend time so they can prepare for the week to come. It's like you don't need to go out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then you back Monday again. I know I said that is 70-30 though. Don't get me wrong.
That is 70-30.
But it's like, is it a smart 70-30 or are you given opportunities for failure in your week?
It don't matter how you slice it though. 70-30 could be Monday, Tuesday, you having fun, and then Wednesday through Sunday, you working. No, it don't matter which way you slice it. That's what it is, 70-30.
So that's what you think too? 70-30 is a good minimum.
I didn't get my answer yet.
I want to
ask
you, bro.
We still are you.
I want to ask the people real quick. Make sure you guys comment. What you think is a healthy balance, percentage wise?
And also, do you agree that there are some people in this world that work harder than people that are outside working or having fun, and also have more fun than those people that are outside having fun and working hard too as well? Like, so there's like a hyper inflation. Like they're working harder than the average person, and they're still having more fun than the average person.
Well, of course,
you agree there's people outside that do that.
But if those people that are working hard obviously have the monetary gain from that working hard to indulge even more, of course they're gonna have more fun. They're gonna spend more money. They're gonna ball up even harder. But is that better? Like they're not being smart with their money. Well, let me not watch people's pockets. We don't watch pockets on this. We BossTalk. So we not the IRS. You feel me? We don't watch
That's
pockets.
That's a fact. We don't want to go by pockets around.
But what I would say for myself is for a future, not to spend that money that weekend. Like I don't work every week, so I can spend it on that Saturday or Sunday. You feel me? I work so I can have that money in my bank or invest it into what I want to invest, and whatever 10% I have left over, now I can indulge.
See, you bringing money into it now. That's a whole different. That's a whole nother aspect. Because
why we working hard?
Now
we work hard for the money.
That's a fact. Okay, so now we talking about money now. Since how much of your check should you go towards investing in your future and having fun? Is it 100% invested to the future? Is it 50% invested to the future?
Okay, so I'm gonna share.
What's those? I'm
gonna share some gems with you guys as well. This is how I break up my checks when I get them. I'll put 50 to 60% in savings / investment funds. Okay, then I got 40% left over, right? So now I'll divide 20% into my check-ins for the rest of the week or 2 weeks I have, and then 20% into my future, right? But mind you, I already have 50 to 60% towards investments and 50 to 60% in my savings account. So that extra 20% is towards my businesses, my different brands. You guys, you feel me? Merch coming soon for BossTalks. Be on the lookout. But you feel me? It's I allocate my money certain ways, and then that last 20% that was saved for the week, maybe 5 to 10% goes to fun.
Okay.
And then the other 10% goes to, for me, transportation, food at any point if I get hungry, if I don't eat at home. But I try to live a very modest life. I try to save my money because I know why I'm working so hard for, like my future. I want my parents to live comfortably. I want my future wife to live comfortably. I want my kids to live comfortably. I want my friends to live comfortably. That's why I go so hard for my brand. It's because I have a plan and I want to execute it. You know what I'm saying? So now I would flip it on you as, for one, is there a healthy balance between the two? And then we're going to ask you, what's a percentage that you think
to go towards having fun and to go towards saving? So I think there is a healthy balance you have to have. That balance is definitely going to be different for everybody. Like this is a very opinionated topic. If you guys already didn't know already. And so that balance.
We just want to have the conversation.
Yeah, we just
you guys don't gotta get detailed in the comments.
Yeah, we're just gonna give you guys our opinions, and you guys can definitely drop down your opinions in your comments.
If you got friends that go too crazy, hey, send this to them. Tell them to chill out. This is they wanted to chill out. Come on.
Yeah.
And if they don't, if you got friends that are just be in the house doing nothing at all, tell them come outside, have some fun. I mean, we all need some dopamine in this life. It's a legal drug. It comes from our body.
So then, like for sure, like I've been saying even earlier in the podcast, that you definitely have to have a healthy balance between the two. You can't be working too hard all the time and not, stepping back, enjoying the time with the people that you love. So you definitely have to have a healthy balance between the two. For me, I would say to give it a percentage, I would say that you would have to work around like 60 to 70% of the time, and then closer to 70%, and then have fun that 30% of the time, like you said. No matter how it is, whether it's like Monday through Friday, go out on the weekends. But I work on the weekends sometimes too, so it's like I can't even go out. I work at least 2 weekends out of the month, so maybe once or twice out of the month, go out with some friends, have something to eat, whatever. But that's my percentage on that. But saving, like wise, like how much are you save?
Like monetarily.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about monetary wise. So now I will put. So bills comes first. Like that is cut out. Like rent, car, everything. Like food, that's like a must. So that's gonna be cut out regardless. But everything else, I say I would save around 80% of my checks go towards saving and investing, and then 20% towards like having fun.
That
80-20.
80-20. So full 20% going to having fun.
Yeah, 20% having fun and then 80.
Man, you having a lot of fun.
20% is not a lot, bro.
But like I
Make
said, we're
10,
not watching pockets. You feel me?
Make 10, save 8, spend 2. Yeah,
Exactly.
Is that the song?
Exactly. You feel me? Somebody's 50% may be his 20%. We ain't watching pockets.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like.
But that's how he lives his life. And I would implore you guys to know the balance, to live within your means. You feel me? I think that's another issue we could talk about another day. It's people not living within their means, trying to live up to a standard of another person that may not even be living up to that standard. But that's besides the point. Just live within your means and have a balance between the two. It's like don't overindulge in one. You know, there's always in life you always need balance. Anything in life you need balance. So this is just one of them.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, my brother?
No. Definitely comment down below. We definitely want to hear your guys' opinions. You know, everybody has their own opinion. Yeah. Don't focus too much on how the next person is living their life. You know, if you know what is right for you inside, but just don't go too hard with. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with either or, working too much or having fun. Just find what works for you.
Yeah, this is another episode of Boss Talks. I can't wait to see you guys again. Maybe next time we might have some guests. Maybe we might just be us again. But besides that, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And we holla at y'all. It's your boy up there.
Ade, Boss Talks.
Boss Talks. We out.
Lately I've been thinking what's the better route. Gotta watch at that back door, they try to take me out. I ain't getting paid, stressing out. Lately I've been thinking what's the better route.